Sometimes on the David Pakman Show, we talk about ignorance on major life-altering issues, like ignorance on climate change, ignorance on basic economics, or on net neutrality. And sometimes we talk about ignorance on the littler things, and this is sort of an in-between. Donald Trump seems to think that DNA tests, like the ones you get from Ancestry.com or 23andMe, cost $2 and will tell you where you were born. And when I first heard about this, my initial reaction was that this can't possibly be true. And then I remembered, well, Trump did confuse health insurance and life insurance. He wasn't sure why it wasn't a good idea to nuke Europe. He had this wacky rally in Montana, totally lost his mind at it. And he seemed to say that when you do a DNA test, which he thinks you buy for $2 off of, I guess, a TV infomercial, I don't know what channels he's watching, it will tell you the country you were born. And this is funny for a number of reasons, but the number one reason is, do that many people not know where they were born? Check out this cringeworthy video of Donald Trump.
Let's say I'm debating Pocahontas, right? I promise you I'll do this. I will take, you know those little kits they sell on television for $2? Learn your heritage. Guy says, I was born in Scotland. It turns out he was born in Puerto Rico, and that's okay. It's good. You know. Guy says, I was born in Germany. Well, he wasn't born in Germany. He was born someplace else. I'm going to get one of those little kits.
How great is this? Most people ask their mom or dad where they were born. Not everyone, right? Like there are unique situations where someone might not know where they were born, different situations we can imagine. Most people, not only does a DNA test not tell you where you were born, most people know where they were born.
Yeah, I think he's confusing Elizabeth Warren with Barack Obama. He wants to find out where Obama was born, which he, of course, says is Kenya.
Yes, unfortunately, the DNA test won't tell you that. And I mean, okay, on the $2 thing, Trump's supposedly a billionaire, so maybe $2 and $200 is really no different. It's the same thing to him. But DNA tests tell you where you were born. And if your question is, how does this guy get away with this stuff? I figured it out. He's slightly smarter than his supporters. So when he makes these statements, they just don't register as that stupid because he only has to be the tiniest bit more informed than his supporters. And the context, in case you couldn't tell, he mentioned the word Pocahontas. The context is his continuing obsession with Senator Elizabeth Warren's partial Native American heritage. The issue won't die with Trump. It's like Hillary's emails or Hillary's Uranium One conspiracy or Hillary's 3 to 5 million illegal votes. The trend is, it has a lot to do with Hillary. It just won't die, and he seems fixated on this thing. And people might have forgotten, Pat, but I actually did an Ancestry.com DNA test and a 23andMe.com DNA test, and we've had Blaine Bettinger, who's a DNA expert on the program. If you missed that episode, he revealed to the audience in incredibly dramatic fashion that he has never seen someone with a higher percentage of Ashkenazi Jewish DNA than my DNA, which was a finding that was both interesting to normal people and triggering for the anti-Semitic patriots.
Yeah, I took that Ancestry DNA test too, and it said that I was less than 1% Ashkenazi Jewish, which I thought was pretty interesting.
Yeah, although he told us less than 1% is often just statistical noise, and it basically is like zero.
So I'm not Indian or Native American either?
No, I don't think so. Okay. I think you're not. What did yours come out? It was like British and Lebanese?
British, Irish, Lebanese, Italian, Greek, Polish, Russian, a little of everything.
Was there anything that was surprising about what was in yours?
I didn't know it was Italian and Greek.
You didn't know? Okay.
Now I got to eat a bunch of pasta and embrace my heritage.
Right, yes. No, you should do the most stereotypical things that would be colloquially associated with all of those heritages. Anyway, I think that I got screwed with my test because it didn't tell me where I was born. That's something I would have liked to know because I only think I know the answer to that. Today's program is made possible in part by Futur. Futur is a social forecasting game where you compete with other players to predict the future, and it's built on the principles of what's called a prediction market, a scientifically proven way of using the wisdom of the crowd to create more accurate predictions about future events. Prediction markets have been shown to work much better than other forecasting methods like polling or expert analysis in many cases. And Futur has actually taken the concept and turned it into a fun, easy-to-use social game. You open up the Futur app and you'll see a whole range of forecasts covering topics across the board, from politics to sports and everything in between. You can check out my predictions and follow me to get updates on my profile, which is linked to in the description if you're watching this on YouTube. Futur is a great tool to find out more about the world, improve your forecasting ability, show off your prediction skills to friends, and even better, when you make predictions on Futur, you're helping to create more accurate forecasts for everybody. Their mission of creating better predictions is great, and actually going in there and seeing how well you can do at predicting the future can be kind of addicting. Go to futur.com, sign up, and start making forecasts. It's free, and it's available on both Android and iOS. And right now on Futur, you can win cash prizes for correct predictions about the World Cup. Check it out at futur.com.